we're here with another episode of About Your Art podcast. Currently, we're in Palm Beach, Florida, and at the Palm Beach Convention Center.
Messina, and I am the silversmith and designer behind Silver Garden Designs.
So tell me a little bit about your art journey and how you came to start Silver Garden Designs.
Sure. I mean, ultimately, the desire to create has always been something that I have enjoyed. I started very young in life with watercolors and pottery and all sorts of different crafts. I love the outdoors. But I really got my passion for wanting to understand silversmithing from this bracelet that I have here.
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother wore it for over 40 years, and when she passed, it was the only thing that she wanted to make sure that I received. And I've now been wearing it for almost 4 years as well.
Awesome.
Because I was very close to my grandmother and grandfather, they instilled the sense of travel and desire to learn. So I have traveled all over the world. I've met with local artisans, specifically silversmiths and goldsmiths, to sort of learn some of their techniques. And then pairing that with my love of botanicals, I've taken the techniques I've learned and I've tried to incorporate them into pieces that are lifelike and most realistic of the pieces that I'm trying to create.
So you told me yesterday a little bit that this is not your full-time gig.
No, it is not.
Okay, and which is really amazing that you can make such beautiful work and do this, do art shows, because you're from Jacksonville, Florida, and that's pretty far from Palm Beach.
Well, actually, at the moment, I still live in Massachusetts. I'm building in Jacksonville.
Oh my gosh.
I drove down here to check out the
scene
underway. And knowing that my best friend and I would be driving down to Palm Beach to do the show. But yes, I am in fact employed more than full-time as a technical product manager. I oversee 3 engineering teams. And the company is amazing. They allow me to have as much time as needed to do my jewelry shows, to take time off, to travel and meet with customers. They know that I do all the work that I'm supposed to do, plus more, and as a result, I get rewarded for, having time to come and do this. For instance, in February, I'm technically only working 6 days, business days, out of the entire month. Everything else is associated with going to shows and trying to build my brand and build my, hopefully, business for when I retire.
Yes. Come on, plan retirement or retirement plan. Sorry. My words got all jumbled up.
Did you want to know how I make all of my pieces?
Yes. I would love to know how you make all your pieces.
So, because I like to be outside and I am an avid gardener, I pick flowers and leaves and anything that inspires me, and then I dry them. And if the flower has multiple layers, then I dissect the flower to make each one of the layers into an individual template. So then, starting with a sheet of silver, I apply my templates, and using a jeweler saw, I cut them out by hand. And then with mostly traditional silversmithing techniques, but also some other techniques that I've learned from other silversmiths that I've either met in Laos or Vietnam or Egypt. I actually sort of have refined and become some techniques of my own. And then I add, the realistic veining of some of the flowers, and I create stamen that mirror the lifelike flower, and do all of my fabrication by hand. Nothing that I have is cast.
Beautiful.
So each piece intentionally is basically a one of a kind.
Wow, and that's because nature is one of a kind.
That's right.
And that's so cool. Like, I think we were watching Forensic Files or something, and I learned that every dog's nose has a different print, like our fingerprints.
Yeah.
And that's the the number one most awesome sign that, something is natural. In this age of like we're coming into AI and a lot of artists are kind of quivering in their boots if they don't make something that is super original,
Yes.
because it can be easily probably copied and duplicated by AI. If not, but this is not something, this making stuff by hand is just so, it's something that I think will be cherished forever. So this is good. It's good that this is your retirement plan.
Yes, it is. And,
That's
I
awesome.
enjoy doing it. I start my real job, my full paying job. I start at 5 a.m.
Wow.
and I work until between 4 and 5 in the
Oh
day.
my
So then,
gosh.
as a way to relax and, sort of
Unwind.
unwind for the day, I go down to my shop and I spend time. My favorite part of the whole process is actually cutting. So, I'll apply whatever I plan on making. I'll start with a 6 by 12 inch sheet of silver and I'll just sit there and I'll cut until, I've sort of chilled out for the day. And
Yes.
just, it's my sort of reprieve.
That's cool. That's like me and crochet. Like I'll bring crochet with me everywhere just in case I need to like unwind or just
Yeah.
do something with my. It's nice to work with our hands, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So that's so cool. So tell me, okay, my last question I have for you is I told you that so About Your Art is a podcast that I'm hoping will inspire young artists and even, older artists, maybe somebody that is working a full-time career that they've, invested heavily in but have always had a passion for art on the side and they don't want to just keep giving their stuff away for as Christmas gifts or
Right.
because this is real, time and effort that goes into this stuff and it's worth it. So what kind of advice would you give to somebody who is trying to decide if this is a route that they want to take or can take?
So I initially started this because I wanted to learn how to silversmith. I wanted to sort of practice the things that I learned when I was traveling and by taking a class and sort of dabbling in it, it became something that was very relaxing to me and
Yes.
really what I would encourage people. And I have encouraged a number of different artists. Actually, one of my engineering managers, he likes to do ironsmithing and he's like, oh, I don't have this in order to do that. Should I continue? And I encourage him to take the jump. If it's something that you really want to do and you find relaxing, it's different than it uses the different side of your brain.
Yes.
He and I are both in a technical field, and the way he relaxes is by, heating up iron and using his anvil and he said, but I only have this tiny little thing. I was like, you know what? Just take a chance.
Yeah.
Just do a little bit investment and every time you have a success, treat it as a success.
Yes.
So every time if I created something and somebody really, really liked it, I was like, okay, I'm on the right track.
Yes.
And then I would buy the next tool that would make me go a little bit further in my craft.
Exactly.
And, now I have lots of tools and I have a list of things I still want to do, but I want to meet the marks of being able to earn the right to have those things.
Yes.
But if you give up, then you never get there and it's just a hobby that you may or may not do.
Yeah, that is so true. And that's so inspiring too, because, you just have to take that leap of faith. And it reminds me of, the Fool card in the tarot, which is like that first card in the journey. Well, it's not the first. Oh, I don't remember. But anyways, it's right at the beginning. So you got to take that leap of faith and just do what you love. And so that's really good advice. Well,
yeah, I mean,
you.
from my standpoint, and one of the things that I would encourage people who have a full-time job is in having another source of income, it actually gives you the flexibility to take risks. So I've signed up for a lot of very expensive shows, and it's because I have income coming in that's not
Yes.
based on my jewelry, I
Okay.
have the flexibility to take that risk and
It
to,
opens doors.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's awesome.
but it
Yes.
also allows me to, I'm in several museums.
Right. Okay.
So,
Okay. Wait. Hold on. We gotta toot that horn real quick. Tell me some museums that you're in that people can go and see your art.
so I'm in the. So first of all, I'm a member of the Museum Store Association, and that really does open up a lot of doors if you want to be in a museum store.
Yes.
So I have some pretty nice names. I have my first museum I ever was in was a Museum of Fine Arts in Boston.
Yes.
I was asked to do a special collection for the Hokusai exhibit, and they still carry they actually carry 3 of my collections there.
Wow.
But I'm in the Huntington in California, the Kennedy Center, a lot of smaller museums like the Concord Museum up in Massachusetts, which is a lovely historic museum. And my biggest museum that I'm in is actually the Cummer Museum in Jacksonville.
Wow.
And I have a custom collection there that is based on their live oak, which is one of the oldest live oaks in the country.
Wow.
So I have a live oak and resurrection fern collection that is exclusive to them.
Wow.
And then they carry several other collections of mine. So
they need to go check that out. And you said that was at the Jacksonville?
Yep, that's the Cummer Museum of Art and Botanical Gardens.
Perfect. Awesome. So, okay, y'all, if anybody that watches this podcast ends up going there or has gone there, make sure you leave something in the comment section letting us know what you thought about everything and just all that good stuff. So, I'm so thankful for you to do this interview with me. Thank you for taking your time out today. And I look forward to talking with you more in the future.
Likewise.
And one last thing, where can people find you? Sorry, like socials, website,
Sure.
where can people find you?
I'm on Instagram, Silver Garden Designs with an S. And I have my own website, which is silvergardendesigns.com.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you, hun. See ya.
Whoa!